What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. The manosphere remains undefeated. A study from 2016 suggests that we were right again. A survey conducted with over 28,000 heterosexual males and females from the age of 18 to 75 was conducted by Chapman University, and this is what they found. Rich women like rich men, and rich men like slender women. Who would have ever thought? Wealthy women like to date their financial equals. Men, not so much. Men with higher incomes showed stronger preferences for women with slender bodies, while women with higher incomes preferred men who had a steady income or made similar money, according to a study of 28,000 heterosexual men and women aged 18 to 75. The study was conducted by researchers at Chapman University in Orange County, California, and is due to be published in the January 2016 edition of the peer-reviewed academic journal Personality and Individual Differences. The researchers interviewed people in an online questionnaire about qualities they find important in a partner. What really surprised us was just how substantial this difference was between men and women. Why are people so surprised when they find different results when it comes to men and women? I think to me, it's blatantly obvious that men and women have different preferences and we look for different things in partners. There's been such a push to convince people that men and women are the same that when these studies come out, people are baffled. And I'm like, I don't get it. What are we surprised about? Men and women are obviously different and we prefer different things in partners. I think that's obvious. Women felt it was more important that their partner made at least as much money as they did. 46% of women found that was important, while only 24% of men found that was important. And had a successful career. 61% of women thought it was important for the man to have a successful career, while only 33% of men found that it was important for a woman to have a successful career. While men favored a slender body, 80% versus 58% of women that prefer a slender body. This really just validates so much of what we talk about as manosphere content creators. When you look at 24% of men don't care if you make equal or less than them, and 33% of men don't care if you're successful in your career, well, that's because we don't have access to your money. When you have a man, like they say, women want men that make equal or more money than them, and they want that so that man can pay all the bills. And if the man is paying all the substantial bills, then he's never going to see any of your 70K. So we don't care if you're making 70, 90, 120. The only men that care about how much money you make as a woman are men that want to mooch off of you. Any man that is established and has his own money does not care about how much money his woman brings to the table. But what men do like, according to this article, are slender bodies. 80% of men prefer women to be slimmer. So we have all these women going out and they're chasing degrees so they can get a high-paying job so they can bring that to the table of their relationship. And when you ask women what do they bring to the table, especially women that have prioritized their careers, they say, well, I'm independent. I have my own money. I have my own car. And according to the studies, 24% of men care about that. We largely don't care. Are you feminine? Are you fit? Are you agreeable? Those are the things that we care about. Men with more education also had stronger preferences for female partners who were good looking and slender, whereas this was not a concern for women. Some 95% of men with an advanced degree said it was essential that their partner was good looking versus 77% of those with a high school education or less. And 84% of those men said it was essential that their partner was slender versus just 12% of those with a high school education or less. What does this tell you? Well, if you're a woman and you want to almost guarantee that you're with a man that's in the lower class or lower middle class, then stay overweight. That's what this is telling you. Only 12% of men who had a high school diploma or less cared about that woman's weight. So if you want a man that doesn't care about your weight, you're looking at a man that doesn't have as many options, probably because he doesn't have as much money. When men have money, we go with our preference, and we usually choose slimmer women. So you can try the body positivity movement. You could try to call men fat shamers. At the end of the day, 80% of men prefer slimmer women. And like they said, word for word verbatim, 95% of men with advanced degrees said that it was essential that their partner was slim and good looking. So if you want a man of higher caliber, you're going to have to lose weight. And of course, this comes with the exception of the small minority of women that are just genetically gifted. When they eat, it just goes to all the right places. But that's a small minority of women. A lot of women gain all that weight talking about I'm trying to get thick and end up being built like a damn beanbag. So what does this all mean? A depression confirmation of the worst gender stereotypes that suggest the dating game has not progressed much in the last 100 years. Perhaps, but it may go back even further than that. Back to a time where social status in a modern sense was not important, Frederick says. Neither gender may be shallow, he says, but may be making their choice of mate because of millions of years of evolution. Female bowerbirds select males with the nicest nest, and in many insects, the female selects the male who offers her the nicest gift of prey he has captured. Exactly, all of this stuff is based on evolution. Even men in the manosphere that complain about women, we ask, how much money do you make? Because if you make more money, it's a little easier to access women, because women, like the study says, prefer men who make just as much as them or more than them, and want men that are successful in their careers. That's just the truth of the matter, and I think that's based on evolution. The only problem is when men have preferences based on evolution, we're seen as shallow. If we want a woman that's more exclusive, a woman with less bodies because we don't want to raise another man's child, and that's been something that's passed down through evolution, we're seen as slut shamers. When men want fit women because fitness is linked to beauty, fertility, and health, we're seen as fat shamers. The study may help people understand why the advertising industry and society put so much emphasis on women being thin, part of which is driven by pressure to attract a partner, Frederick says. And it may also throw light on why men strive so aggressively for higher income and assertively negotiate for raises, because income affects not only their ability to pay for dates, but also their likelihood of attracting a partner. Your weight is your wallet. Men look for women that are beautiful, young, and thin. Women look for men that are experienced, competent, and successful. For an example, just look at Lizzo. Lizzo makes $10 million but can't find a man to save her life. Why? Because the men that make the amount of money that she wants, because women date men that make equal or more than them and are successful, those men don't want big women. So now she's stuck in the void because she has all this money and she thinks that that's what she brings to the table, but men don't care about that. Just look at the survey I just posted. Men don't care about those things because we don't have access to your money. You're still going to want us to pay for all the dates. You're still going to want us to pay for all the substantial bills, so we don't ever really see any of your money anyway. Biggie, on the other hand, said himself, I am big, black, and ugly, but he can still get women like Lil' Kim and Faith Evans because women value success while men value beauty. So understand that when asked, what do you bring to the table, and you say, well, I'm independent, I make $60,000 a year, you're basically telling a man you bring nothing, because that's not what we prioritize when we look for a relationship. Till next time.
My boo, I'm just here for the rendezvous, and I came the whole damn groove, cause I've been feeling like you want me to. He say stop saying I'm so I can't hold myself when I pull up.